Final team in today is Howard University, represented by head coach Ty Grace and student athletes Ayanna Warren and Chrislyn Marsh. Coach, if you would, please make an opening statement.
First, I want to congratulate University of South Carolina and Coach Staley on the team. They did a phenomenal job. And I want to say thank you to everyone that supported us in the time that we were here and before we even got here, and just say that I'm really proud of my team and, hope for a different outcome. But obviously, they did a great job, and now we move on. We made history, and we move on now.
Open it up now for questions from the student athletes. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Start right there in the second row, right in front of you. There you go.
I guess what was kind of the message in the locker room, and maybe, what was the message in the locker room?
Chrislyn, you want to start?
Yeah, I can. It was just happiness. Like, we made it this far. We're really proud of each other. We made history. And we plan on doing it again next year, being here next year. This is amazing. Being here, what we could put on for our school, we made history. Again, I have to say it because we made history, but it was okay. We were just really excited. It's okay.
Ayanna?
Like we said, it was an opportunity of a lifetime that not many people, not many teams are able to experience, because not many people get to come out and play South Carolina on their own home court. So, like Chris said, we were just happy and excited, still grateful for the opportunity, no matter the outcome.
Let's go to get a couple there in the third row. Go ahead, Chantel.
Just defensively throughout, you guys, especially in the first quarter, were not giving them easy looks and giving up a whole bunch of easy baskets. What are you guys kind of able to take from what you did on the court into next season?
Ayanna, why don't you take that first?
Like we said before, our coaches, they give us a game plan, and today we truly locked in on it defensively because we know they're a much bigger team. So our coaches told us to pack the paint, and what did we do that first quarter? We did our best to pack that paint and make them beat us from the outside. So that was the plan, and we really honed in on it.
Chrislyn?
Exactly that. We just forced to execute it, and I think we did exactly that. We stuck to it. We did a really good job rotation-wise. And just like Ayanna said, we stuck to it, and we got it done.
Both of you have talked a lot about the experience this week. What's kind of your biggest takeaway from all of it, just kind of putting a bow on the whole 3 or 4 days here and before you guys head back?
Chrislyn?
I would say that we can do it. Like, anyone can do it. Anyone can make it here. It was an amazing opportunity to be able to be here, get those baskets, get those shot opportunities on the biggest stage in NCAA. It was just amazing. Great opportunity.
Ayanna?
You just want to leave no regret. Like, when you go out there, just give everything you got every single time, because you never know when that ball goes up. It might be your last time for your season. So just give everything you have every single time you step out on that court, and just embrace the moment. Don't be scared. Just embrace it all.
Other questions from the floor for the student athletes? Go ahead, Chantel.
Can you talk about just how y'all's experience and then the MEAC tournament as a whole, what does that say about the conference, and what do you expect from the conference next season?
Ayanna, you want to take that?
Coach Todd just said it. She said we set the standard, and there's no lowering at this point. We're only going to go up. It's only up from here. So when we get back to MEAC play, conference play, we got to keep this same level and intensity, keep this same mindset, and we plan to be back here next year.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have X's on our back next year, but that's just going to make the MEAC tournament, MEAC conference, even more competitive, which just works in our favor. We're perfectly capable of being here again next year, and we're going to be ready for it.
Any other questions from the floor? If not, we have a couple on Zoom. Scott Abraham.
Hey, ladies. Scott Abraham, ABC7 in Washington, D.C. First of all, congratulations on a wonderful season. I know it was not the outcome you wanted, but when you take some time to reflect on what this group accomplished, what are you most proud of?
Our fight and our grit, because even from the beginning of the season, we've been through so much and we fought through so much. Our fight and our grit, we've never laid down for anybody and for anyone, and that showed tonight, and that just showed as we've been playing throughout the season, that we just keep going. We push through everything.
Yeah, we always compete, and I'm so proud of us for making it this far.
And Patrick Warren.
Hey, how you doing? Patrick Warren from the MBS Sports Hour. My question is for Ayanna. Being from the area, does that make this extra special for you? Like I said, the result today, of course, it wasn't what you were looking for, but history, making that next step, hopefully for the future. Does it make it more special being from the area?
It does. Coming from the DMV and then being able to stay home and go to school in DC, it's always special just to put on for the city. It's a dream come true. I've always been a little 5'3" kid from Accokeek, Maryland. So to be on the stage like this to put on for my city, it's just a great opportunity. But all glory be to God, because I wouldn't be here without him. So I'm blessed.
All right. Thank you, student athletes. You can go back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And we'll open up for questions for Coach Grace. If you would, please raise your hand. We'll start there in the middle back.
You had a moment with Dawn Staley there on the handshake line, kind of a hug, and then it looked like she was kind of talking to you for a few seconds. Can you kind of take us inside that moment?
It was just a moment to, say hello, just, check in and, tell each other we loved each other and good luck.
Chantel?
Coach, your players talked about how they were able to execute the game plan. Just being able to see them go out and do that against the #1 team, what's kind of the next step? Because, now they're coachable and taking the direction. So what do you need to see to get them to that next level?
Well, they've always been coachable. I mean, they've always been able to execute game plans. This isn't the first team we played that we tried to scout and take something away. So, like I told you guys early in the week, that was just something that as we prepare, we always get ready for. And they did exactly what we asked. Obviously, there were some disadvantages there in the paint with the rebounding, but we did a good job. And the next step is that we continue to get better and grow from it. Obviously, we're going to continue to try to put a standard on our defense and work on our offense, but they did a good job tonight making sure we try to lock in on what we were trying to take away from South Carolina.
Second row, go ahead.
As a whole right now, it seems like there's a big or more awareness put on, or a bigger spotlight put on HBCUs right now. I guess, what does that mean to you to kind of be on this trend of getting that out there and letting people, be more aware of HBCUs?
I mean, I wouldn't like to call it a trend because we've always been the best. We've always been black excellence. So I don't see it as a trend. I see it just an opportunity to keep showing people that we're one of the best and we could do it at the highest level. And so I'm glad to be a part of that. I didn't make it, but, there's going to be people after me that's going to continue to do what we did here today. And that's all I can say is that we're here and we're going to continue to be here.
Any other questions from the floor? Go ahead, Chantel.
You got an opportunity to see, a lot of your players in this game. What did you see particularly from your younger players in terms of how they handled this moment?
They're gonna compete. They're gonna fight. They're gonna have a will to be on the floor. And I wanted to give them that opportunity to be, in that type of spotlight, so they can see what it feels like, what it looks like, so that when the opportunity comes again, they'll definitely be ready. I thought they were ready this time, but obviously they're young. It was the first time, and so to be able to step out on the floor and have, be in front of the bright lights, I think this opportunity will definitely prepare them for the next one and moving on. And then when we get here again, it'll be a different result.
Stay in the middle back.
Same question to kind of ask your two players. What's your biggest takeaway here from just this whole 4 days here, this experience playing 2 games on this floor?
First I just want to say that I'm just thankful that I had an opportunity to lead this group of young women. It's been, a long time since I've been at Howard. I came to Howard in 2015, and this has always been the plan. This has always been what we saw for the vision of the program. And so to actually be here and to see your vision come to life, it's been amazing. I couldn't ask for it with a different group of people, with a different staff. I'm just very proud of these student athletes, and I'm very proud to represent Howard University.
Jeffrey?
Coach, how big is the win on Wednesday? I mean, do you take that as being a sign that this program is on the way up?
Absolutely. It was a huge win. It was an NCAA first time. We made history, so I take it for what it was, and I'm proud once again. I think that, a lot of people can look at this a different way, but we're going to look at it as it is. We won an NCAA game, which nobody in the history of Howard has done. And so for that, you can't take that away, not from the loss today or anything else, and we're going to ride that wave.
Any other questions for Coach from the floor? No, we do have one on Zoom. Scott Abraham.
Hey, Coach, Scott Abraham, ABC7. First of all, congratulations on an amazing season. I know everybody in the DMV's very proud and enjoyed the ride with you. Similar question I asked to the players. When you reflect back, Coach, so many emotions, so many different layers to your season. What are you most proud of this group of women?
There was a lot of things that transpired through the season that obviously people don't see. You know, the injuries, the chemistry, the losses, the locker room. Like, there's a lot of things during the season. And one thing about my team, no matter what was going on, they stayed resilient. We had a lot of we took a lot of L's, and it's just not on the court. And so when you're not able to see those things from the outside looking in, you just never know. You just see the product that we put out on the floor. And the product that we put on the floor was, you saw a group of young women that fight, that claw, that never give up. They're second half team. And so I'm just proud of that. That's what I look back on. They were a resilient group. The season could have definitely went in a different direction. Like I said, if you know the things that, happened behind the scenes, but they didn't. They never quit. They finally decided that they were going to play for each other. They were going to play for each other, and they were going to play for what was on their jersey. And I couldn't ask for anything else from them. So I'm just extremely proud.
Harold Fisher?
Yes, Coach Harold Fisher, WHUR News in Washington. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're all cheering for you. Talk to me a little bit about the emotions that you're feeling right now, and also drill down a little bit more about that HBCU Black Excellence that you spoke about a little earlier, please.
Honestly, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, lost when I feel calm right now, to be quite honest. I feel calm because I know what we did here. I know we accomplished to get here. And so I feel calm. I feel proud. I can't keep repeating it enough. These student athletes have just, done some things that I'm amazed by and I'm just happy about. And to represent HBCUs, they've done it at their best, and they're going to continue to do it on their best. And when people decide about coming to a university, I hope they look at Howard and any other HBCU as the one to attend, because you can win on that level. You can win here. You can win at a HBCU. It doesn't matter. And hopefully people will realize that, and they will know that we compete just as well as anybody else in the country.
Thank you, Coach.
And seeing no other hands, Coach, I think that's it. So congratulations on a great season.
Thank
Stay
you.
proud of us.
Thank you very much.